Being the first generation of a residential school survivor really messed me up. I carried the burden of hidden secrets and not being able to speak my truths from intergenerational trauma that contributed to my mental illness, which manifested as depression. My battle with depression started at 18 years old, and I did not know what it was or how to fix it. I came to realize that all the twisted emotions of negative thoughts, the lack of self-esteem, and feeling really low was from the hurt of intergenerational trauma and lateral violence in my community. Because of the lateral violence committed on behalf of my peers, I couldn't be myself, and being a people pleaser, it really affected my well-being. I lost myself as a person, and I didn't know who I was. At first, it did not seem like depression. It seemed more like confusion, anger, sadness, grief, stupidity, and annoyance. It was all bundled into one big ball, and each ball would grow over time and then explode into outbursts of crying, screams, and disappointment. I made an appointment with a physician and expressed the hurt of emotions that I was dealing with and how it was difficult for me to cope. The physician diagnosed me as clinically depressed and prescribed counseling and medication to ease the hurtful pain. The years of lateral violence I was subject to, which became negative thoughts of not liking or loving myself, not being good enough, and putting myself down repeatedly, were disrupted by the counseling and medication. At the beginning of my treatment, the medication did not seem like a good idea. I didn't know if it would cure me or help the pain or help the thoughts. I felt the stigma of being on medication for depression as a First Nations woman. The medication did help melt the pain away, build my self-confidence, and become more positive. Throughout my young adult life, I was on and off the medication. Sometimes I didn't need them because I found a balance within myself. And during the dark times, I needed them again because my coping skills were not as strong. In my young adult life, I have seen 4 psychologists and been on and off medication 4 times. Now on this journey of mental health, I am better able to identify the dark times, and through cognitive behavioral therapy, I'm able to switch my negative thoughts to more positive thoughts. It's hard work changing my thought patterns, but through my healing work, including medication, counseling, journaling, and focusing on myself, I have found balance and gained confidence and strength. It's up to you to make that decision to ask for help. You may feel awkward at first because it's new and you're not comfortable. The physicians and the medication are there to help you. Also, take the first steps to getting to know yourself and acknowledge your feelings. I'm still a work in progress, and I still have good days and bad days. All of this healing work took a long time, basically half of my life. And forgiving yourself and others during the journey of depression is a huge part of the process of letting go and moving forward.